Hey guys, in today's episode, I am joined by an incredibly talented member of our community, Alexis, aka @GlitterGoddess. Alexis is a content creator known for her insane makeup and festival fashion masterpieces. Today, we chat about everything from SOCAL festivals to rave couple goals to what inspires her amazing looks. With all of that being said, let's get into today's episode. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Rave Culture Cast, your weekly guide to the EDM community, music festivals, and more. I am your host, Emma Capotis. What is up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Thank you for checking out this episode. Today's like a weird recording day for me. I just have to start out by saying that. It's like a super rainy Friday night. I don't think I've ever recorded the intro to the podcast at like 7 p.m. on a Friday night, but it's actually New Year's Day when I'm recording this, so I know I've already said it at this point, but Happy New Year. I am feeling really good about this year and I'm really excited about things, and I just started, doing a bunch of the interviews that are going to be the first few episodes here for the year, and I'm really excited about them. I'm trying to get some good guests for you guys and cover some topics we haven't discussed yet, but today's in particular is very conversational, which I love. I want you guys to feel like you're in the room with me when I'm interviewing somebody, just kind of like you're a fly on the wall, you're just a part of the conversation, and that's definitely how it feels with Alexis today. Some of you guys may already be familiar with her and her work. Like I said, she does insane makeup looks. Like, these are intense, like almost special effects kind of makeup, and I'm a makeup lover. I have been for years. It's a part of my YouTube channel as well, but her looks are like on another level. And so today we are going to be talking about that. We're definitely going to try and translate things into a podcast. I know it's not as visual, but definitely check her out on Instagram @GlitterGoddess. We're also going to talk about her insane festival fashion, what inspires her, and she's also from California, so we talk a lot about the music festivals out there, and I got her take on some of her favorite SoCal Insomniac events. And what else do we cover? We talk about rave couples, because she met her boyfriend at EDC Las Vegas, and she is a massive Porter Robinson and Illenium fan, so we're going to work that into the conversation as well. So we're going to cover so many different topics today. I hope you guys are pumped about it. Before we dive into things, I again just want to welcome you to the podcast. If you guys are enjoying this and you love the episode today, or just in general loving the podcast, please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you choose to consume this. Definitely on iTunes, if you guys could throw a couple stars, or you feel up to writing a review, that is such a huge help. I would also love to have you as a part of our Facebook group community. We are over 500 members strong, which is amazing, and I feel like as we get into the year and as events come back, it's going to be a great way to kind of like meet up with people or find a rave fam. So you guys are more than welcome. There is a link in the description to check that out. And I think that's all I have. I just want to plug the merch as well. If any of you guys have not yet picked up a piece of Rave Culture Cast merch, please feel free to do so, especially in winter. The beanie, the hoodie, the long sleeve, the dad hat, all amazing options. I'm a big fan of the mug as well. I use the mug a lot in the morning for my coffee. But anyway, the link is down below if you guys are interested in that. With all that being said, I'm going to quickly jump into my new segment, my affirmation of the week, and then we're going to get right into the episode. So I just kicked this off last week with the first episode of the year with Maddie, and basically this is going to be replacing the listener of the week segment. I might bring that back at some point, but for now we're gonna stick to affirmation of the week, because I feel like this is a really positive way to start each episode, and I'm super into affirmations. So the one I decided to pick this week is enjoy the journey. Nice and simple. Enjoy the journey. I picked this one in particular because I definitely at the end of 2019? No, 2020. What year is it? Into 2021, I have been in a go mode lately. Like, honestly, probably since the beginning of 2019. It has very much been for me like grow, go, adapt, change, like very work focused, like extremely work focused. And I told myself going into 2021, as much as I still am really focused on my career, I want just slow things down. I'm a type of person that like, I want things to happen now. I want to get to the destination, but I realize now that life is very, very fast. I'm turning 30 very soon, and I'm just like, where did 29 go? And it's crazy how fast time goes. So I really want to enjoy the journey and be present. And I tell you guys to do the exact same thing, especially in a pandemic. You just want the shit to be over with, and I totally understand. But so much can happen in the meantime, and you do want to enjoy every single moment. So rather than rushing to the destination, today's affirmation is enjoy the journey. Write it down, say it out loud, whatever you guys want to do. But with that being said, I want to jump into today's episode. Again, go show Alexis some love at Glitter Goddess. She spells it with 2 L's. Just a heads up, she's on TikTok, Instagram, all that fun stuff. I think you guys are going to really love this, especially if you're a makeup lover or you're really into festival fashion. I think you'll find this fun. If not, there's something else for you guys. We're going to end the episode off with her sharing a really fun story about Illenium. So definitely stay tuned for that if you guys are Illenium fans. But I think that's it for me right now. Thank you guys so much for checking out the episode. And with all that being said, please join me in welcoming Alexis to the podcast. First off, welcome to the podcast. Happy New Year, by the way. So excited to have you. To get things started, I would love if you could just do a quick introduction to yourself. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, what you do, where you graduated from, all that good stuff.
Okay, so my real name's Alexis. I feel like no one knows my real name. Real name's Alexis. I am from SOCAL near San Bernardino County, so I'm really close to the Knox Center. I'm sure everyone knows where that's at.
Right.
And I'm 23. I know a lot of people don't think I'm 23. A lot of people are like, you look like you're 12. I'm like, well, thanks. So, let's see. I graduated from Cal Poly Pomona. It took me 5 years. My degree was in graphic design. So it's kind of like art as well. So it's kind of related to all the crazy makeup, but what else? I love festivals. Love dressing up, love makeup. I think it's really obvious. Oh, fun fact, I'm only 5 feet tall. Everyone thinks I'm super big.
So platforms. Platforms that do it.
The angles. Because everyone was like, when they meet me, like, wow, you're a lot shorter. I'm like, oh, well, thanks. I'm really tiny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, we have so much in common. This is why I love doing this. I didn't realize your background is in graphic design. That's what my degree is in as well.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
Yeah. 5 years you did though? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So, at first I wasn't sure if I wanted to do graphic design. So I guess in the beginning, I didn't really take any, classes for my major. So I feel like it kind of had a slow start. And I also, in the beginning, I was really nervous to take a whole bunch of classes on because I get really stressed really easily. And I don't do well with pressure. And I also got really stressed out in the first year of college, first semester. I got a stomach ulcer because I was so stressed out. So I kind of took it slow in the beginning. So it took me a little longer, but it's okay because I finished. So that's all that matters.
Oh my God. Well, congrats. That's really exciting. That's a huge milestone. I was going to ask you too. Also, coincidentally, I'm 5'1", so I feel the same as you. It doesn't register, like height just does not register, especially when a lot of the things you're posting is like just your face or like close-ups. Yeah. Like I feel like you just don't equate height to a person until you see them at a festival or something like that. Yeah. So it definitely is pretty weird with that. But I did want to ask you, while we're still like new into the new year, what were some of like the biggest milestones or lessons you learned from 2020?
Well, I want to say I did, because before I've always loved makeup. Before I've never really done all the crazy stuff I did like I did this year, which is really cool because I really wish I did do more in the beginning of the year or more before. I just didn't have the time for it. Being in college just is really hard. Even doing all the Halloween stuff while trying to finish up my last semester was really hard. Like I did start, because my boyfriend was like, you have all this time, like do 31 days of Halloween. And I didn't really think I would do it. I was like, wow, that's a lot of work. I don't think I'll do it. Right. But I did 32. Because on Halloween day, I was like, how am I not going to do makeup? So I did another one.
Nice.
But I just planned ahead a lot. I started doing Halloween looks like mid-September. So I had them all like pre-done. So that helped. Other thing I learned is that I really need to watch what I eat.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Same.
In the beginning of the quarantine, I was like, bro, I'm getting fat. I need to stop. And so my boyfriend and I started running every day. I hate running though. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Started running every day, eating better. So that was good lesson.
Aww.
I would also say don't stress so much over everything because the amount of tears I shed this year is ridiculous.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
stressing over little things.
Right.
And I just can't help it though. And I literally will cry on the spot and like, oh my God, like my earring broke, and I'll like have a meltdown over it. Stupid stuff like that. Or, also I learned that Zoom classes suck.
I don't know how you guys did it in school. Yeah, I give you credit.
And when I found out we were doing it again for a full semester, I was like, I really have to do my last semester like this. So It doesn't really feel like I finished. It doesn't feel official, and it's kind of sad because that's how I went out of college.
Right.
And it's okay. I can't do anything about it, but it just kind of sucked. It definitely made things a lot harder. Right, I had a really hard time with some of my projects, and then technical difficulties. All kinds of stuff. God.
Well, I give you credit and congrats again on graduating. I think that's amazing. I mean, it's tough. I feel like people just kind of had to just not accommodate, but just like adjust and deal with like what they were given. And now looking into 2021, I don't know if you do resolutions, but is there anything, either any resolutions you have or any hopes you have for 2021?
Okay, so number one, get a job. Get like my field. That is the biggest thing right now. I want to say I really hope to like a year from now, I really hope I have a lot more makeup improvement. I want to say, what else? I want to move out. I really do, but I'm also very scared. So I would say those few things. Biggest thing though is securing an actual job in my field, which would be really awesome. Cool. I'm also really nervous because I have to start paying back my loan soon. That's scary.
Okay. Yeah. So those are big changes though. I mean, like just to like
really big changes.
They are. Yeah. So definitely go easy on yourself, because those are all like huge life changes. So like, don't put pressure on yourself, but yeah, we'll manifest a job for you this year. I hope something comes through. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. I want to talk about your raving story, because I don't know this about you. I know a lot about your makeup, which we'll get into in a little bit, but how did you get involved in the rave scene? You're obviously right near like the epicenter of Insomniacs events, being near the NAS Center. So yeah, what's your raving story?
So I remember seeing, when did I start? 4 years ago? Maybe. No, I don't think it was 5. So I know a lot of people I knew from high school were going to these festivals, and one of my best friends from like 5th grade went to, I think it was Beyond Wonderland. And I was like, oh my God, I saw it all over like Snapchat and stuff. I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. I never really was into EDM before I went to a festival. I really wasn't that interested. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't something I really listened to at the time. And so my ex at the time, I really wanted to go. And I was like, let's go to Hard Summer, because that was the next one that was coming up. And Hard Summer is really close, like 10 minutes from my house. And so I was like, let's go to Hard Summer. And he was like, okay, yeah. He's like, I've been thinking about wanting to go too. So we got tickets for that. And my first Hard Summer was a terrible experience. The festival, more like the organization, because it wasn't Insomniac yet at the time. And it was freaking hot as hell. The line to get in took forever. Again, I didn't really know anything about it. So I think we probably showed up maybe a little late. Because I usually like to go like right when doors open, get my pictures, get all that done first.
Yep.
But we were outside in line in the heat for so long, and like just to get our ticket scanned, there was like no line. It was like this giant like crowd of people. That's the worst. And like I said, I'm 5 feet tall, and so I'm literally in everyone's armpits and sweat, and so I was really comfortable, and I was like, I really don't think I'll ever do this again. First day wasn't too bad. But the second day, one of his friends in his group, I was just following. I didn't know who the heck to see. Right. I do vividly remember seeing Dylan Francis just because of his visuals. I was like, best. Yep. And then he opened up, because Pokemon Go was super popular at the time. So he opened up with the Pokemon theme song. I thought it was hilarious. But I had to leave that stage because everyone was like moshing, and I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was so scared. But second day, I was just following my ex's friends, and we went to see Porter Robinson. And I obviously fell in love, because you see this.
Oh my God. She has a Porter Robinson tattoo for anybody listening. It's amazing.
I have a Porter tattoo. And then I also have, I'll talk about the Illenium one later.
Okay, yay.
But I saw him for the first time and I obviously didn't know his music at all. I was really close. I don't know how the heck we got that close. So I remember looking back and they have the Fontana Speedway, they have the stadium seats. And it was like filled and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I just fell in love with him. And after that, I started immediately listening to Porter every day. And I was like, I want to go to another one so bad. I want to go again. And he just never stopped.
Wow.
Never stopped. My ex at the time wasn't really into it. And so he didn't let me go by myself. Obviously, we're not together anymore.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it and I haven't stopped.
Wow. Oh my God. I'll just talk about it now. And you met your current boyfriend at EDC, correct? Can you tell us that story?
Yes. Okay. So EDC did too. My first EDC ever, actually. I really wish I went to more, but financial struggles and all that. I never went.
Yeah.
So 2018 was my first. It was the second day. I remember one of my friends, we were with a group, but they were taking forever to get ready. And I don't like showing up to festivals late. And so we were like, okay, we're just going to go. We'll meet you inside. I don't think we ever did. But we hopped on the shuttle and we were the last two people on the shuttle. And so we're just on the shuttle talking to the people we're sitting next to, which happens to be one of his friends. And it was Illenium Day. I had this cute, I used to make all these cute like cuffs to match my outfits. So I was wearing a cute little like Illenium cuff. My like colors were like, I was wearing like orange and yellow. So that was the color scheme of the cuff. Cute. And we were talking about gas prices. That's how we started talking. So he's from Texas. I'm from SoCal. Obviously, gas is very drastically different in each state. It's like $160 here right now. And last time I was in SoCal, it's like $3, maybe
expensive.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
And so me and my friend made a comment because we were on the shuttle. We're like, wow, the gas is really cheap here. And then he made a comment and was like, what do you mean? That's so expensive. And we're like, where are you from? He said, I'm from Texas. And we're like, oh, okay. Makes sense. And so that's how we started talking. And then he was wearing a Illenium jersey. So we started talking about Illenium. We tried candy. I still had the candy he gave me. I think because we started talking about Rez and I love her too. So he gave me one that said Resbian and I still have that one. I forgot what I gave him. But I gave him a cute pink one. I can't remember what it said, but he still has it too. And we're like, oh, we'll see you inside. And we did. We did like we saw each other like 3 more times. Obviously it was not intentional.
Right.
I did not have his number. I didn't have any of his socials at the time. And so we were walking to the bathroom one time and we passed each other and we were like, hey. And then I saw him some other time, another stage. And then the last time we met was at Keizo set. And I love that Keizo set. It was so good. And he just came out of the crowd and we're like, oh my God, hi. Oh my God. Yeah. And he just hung out that whole set. It wasn't like,
wow.
It wasn't anything at the time. We're just friends. And so my friend got his like Twitter and then he added me on Twitter and we started talking through the DMs. And then we just had a lot of music interests in common. And that's just how it went. And then we decided to go to Moonrise together, which was 2 months after, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And so that was the first festival we went to together. And then he asked me to be his girlfriend during Illenium set.
Oh my God. I love rave couples. I just think it's so cute. And I love that you guys have that in common. I've seen like some of your videos you guys posted, but those are my favorite moments. Like to me, it's just like the rave gods, the universe, whoever just like wanted your paths to cross. And like, cause what are the chances you're going to see someone again and again?
Huge.
Yeah.
And we saw each other like 3 times. It was crazy.
That's crazy. Wow. What was your last festival before COVID?
Last festival was Lights All Night last year, which is a year ago now.
Wow. Okay.
And then we also went to see Slender in February in Dallas, which I actually met Derek. That was really fun.
Wow. Oh my God.
It was super fun.
I know you're big on Escape, which I want to talk a little bit about too, but have you done a lot of the Insomniac festivals since you live right around there?
Almost all of them more than once.
Wow.
I think the one I ever went to was they had I don't know if it was last year. They had like an Audiotistic SoCal. I didn't do that.
Okay.
I haven't gone to Audiotistic and NorCal either. I think that's the only one. I've been to pretty much everything else, I think.
All right. Well, you don't have to do an exact ranking, but for anybody, because I haven't done any of them, like, could you give maybe some of your favorites and maybe some that weren't your favorite?
Insomniac ones?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say favorite would be probably Nocturnal. I love Nocturnal a lot. Last Nocturnal wasn't as great because it was freaking hot as heck. It makes it really uncomfortable to camp. I live really close though, so I don't have to camp. But I just like the experience. My first Nocturnal I camped and I loved it. I actually camped with like this random group, and we ended up becoming really close.
Nice.
So that was a lot of fun. I've camped for that I think 3 times or 4.
Wow.
I don't know, it was a lot. And I've been to Nocturnal like 5 times I think.
Wow. Yeah, that one seems to be a favorite. Yeah.
So
okay.
Nocturnal, I would say, is one of my favorite. And plus, I love the Glen Helen venue instead of the NOS. I like that a lot.
Okay.
I love another one is, I want to say, Beyond. I like Beyond a lot. I like the theme. It's really fun. The only reason why I haven't said Escape yet is because last Escape was terrible.
Oh, no.
It was so bad. It was extremely packed. It was so packed to where it was like super uncomfortable. And that was I got my phone stolen on Nocturnal the month before. And so being that packed literally everywhere was like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I was so paranoid my phone was going to get taken. I was literally just holding onto my fanny pack the entire time. So I was so nervous. And it was just it was uncomfortable. I went with one of my friends that I met at Countdown 3 years ago. And we were just really uncomfortable. We ended up leaving early because it was really bad.
Wow.
But I do have to say last year, the setup they redid a lot of stuff. It was really cool. If it wasn't so packed, it would have been way better.
Okay.
I think they were planning on like expanding it for this year, which is very unfortunate because obviously it happened, which it needs to be expanded. It's such a busy festival just because I feel like a lot of people go just because it's Halloween too, like people that aren't real ravers.
Right.
So it's so busy.
Jeez.
But I love the theme.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really obvious. What else is there? Why can't I think of any other ones? I obviously love BDC. But
they have all the New Year's one. No, I think you touched on like some of the main ones.
I like
Countdown's good.
Too. I met one of my best friends at Countdown 3 years ago. It's felt like ages, but he messaged me yesterday. He was like, "We met 3 years ago." I was like,
"Oh my God." It's cool. I mean, it's nice to like have all those just like right by you. I keep waiting to see like what they're going to do with Insomniac East. I know that they announced, but they have their first announcement was like EDC Orlando, which is already an established festival. So I'm like, okay, like come up a little bit more north. Like, what are you going to do in the Northeast? Like they teased maybe Beyond Wonderland in New York. So if they do that, I will be there in like a friggin' heartbeat. Yeah, I cannot imagine.
I definitely want to go to Electric Zoo in New York just because I want to go to New York again too. Because I went there like 5 years ago and I loved it. I would love to, and just like another excuse to go back to New York.
For sure.
We were definitely planning on it, my boyfriend and I. And we were planning like outfits because he's like, I want this animal print and I want this animal print. He's like, wants to go with a theme. And he's like, do you think this shop can make me this shirt? Do you think they can make me this? And
That's awesome. Oh, I love that he gets into it though. And now that you've had like all these experiences and all this time, what are some of your favorite parts about the EDM community or raving in general?
I would say the people I've met, because obviously I met my boyfriend. I met some of my best friends there. I would say just like the people and meeting new people. And it's really cool what the EDM community like had kind of kept like the scene alive this year through just like dressing up at home or watching live streams, things like that. I think are really cool, like helping supporting all the small businesses this year because, you know, I'm sure it was really hard for all of them this year because the festival's being gone. So I think it's really cool that we all can come together that way. Yeah. And it's really nice to see how everyone's, you know, just kind of trying to stay strong for each other.
For sure. Yeah, no, they have. It's like gone like above and beyond just between everything and like the live streams and the Facebook groups and TikTok, like all these different communities online. I feel like we're going to know so many more people in person next year when we actually get to, or not next year, this year, hopefully.
So cool when we get, it'd be so cool when we get to go back. I miss it so much.
Jeez. Yeah, same girl.
My boyfriend was like, I hope we can be at a festival this time next year.
I'm hopeful. I'm very, very hopeful. I'm waiting to like, I don't know, I've been talking to a lot of people. I don't have any tea to spill, but from what I've heard, a lot of them are planning to move forward with like testing systems or like vaccination status. So it just depends on like who's going to be the first one to like take the plunge and actually do it. But I sent somebody, I still have UBW tickets. I just rolled them over to this year and they posted something today saying that an announcement's coming soon. So I was like, I guess they're planning to do it.
I was so excited for UBW because that lineup was so good.
It's amazing.
I literally wanted to scream.
Yeah.
Too good. And then like they released set times. I was like, oh my God, I was going to have like no conflictions basically.
Right.
It was like Griffin, Zomboy, and then Cascade and Illenium, like something like that back to back. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yep.
Our minds are just going to be fucking blown. Yeah. I can't wait.
Of course, I felt really sad. My boyfriend was like, wow, Io was supposed to be on the lineup. And I was like,
I was just thinking that.
I was so sad. I was like, oh my God, he was. I totally didn't remember. It didn't click.
Yeah, it was painful. Sad. Like last night I had, didn't even realize, I knew Insomniac was going to do some live streams. I just didn't know which one. So I put it on YouTube and they were streaming Dead Mouse's like Park and Rave in San Bernardino. And one of the openers was No Mana and he was good friends with Io and he like opened with an Io song and I just like, it hurt so bad. I was like, I can't even imagine hearing these live. Like I'm just going to be a mess at whoever's set.
I'm sad because the one time I saw him was EDC Orlando last year. I had the best time at EDC Orlando.
He was amazing.
I freaking loved it. Like the group I went, I love them so much. Every day we'd like talk. We call each other Spiral Squad because we were crazy, especially day two. And so we were like saying, you know, like Happy New Year to each other last night. And it was day two. The first time we saw was Io, and everyone was like super drunk that I hardly remember anything. Right. I was too busy talking to people. I don't know why. I was like out here like talking to everybody and being super extra and friendly. And I don't think anyone really remembers. We were definitely vibing though. It was really fun.
Yeah, I was going to say EDC Orlando definitely surpassed my expectations 100%. Like plan on doing it next year. But I have questions for you about your outfits. We need to talk about just your inspiration. Like clearly you are artistic. It's your background as well. But like I just love your coordination, like from the color matching to like you do themes for outfits, like your smiley face, like themed outfit is one of my favorites. But I just want to ask first, like, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, how do you put together an outfit for a festival?
I feel like it usually is based off of one piece. So the smiley face outfit, I literally had that plan over a year. I got that coat. Last year I went to the Dolls Kill sample sale, RIP. And I got that coat for like super cheap. I saw it and I was like, this is really cute. I don't know why I need it, but I do. So I got it super cheap. And then I remember that Mi Gente had a print that literally matched that exactly. And I was like, I need to find it. I've been looking for the outfit for over a year.
I remember your post. You're like, I need this.
I was about it constantly. I need it. And I was like, I don't know when I'm going to wear this, but I need it. So like, it's ready. And so I was trying to decide like what to wear for Audion because Audion is one of my favorite artists. And he had when I heard he had a drive-in, I was like 100% I'm there. And I wanted to scream. And my boyfriend's like, oh, I want to go. I was like, well then come. And he didn't. He had, you know, but I was like, what do I need? I don't know what to wear. I was like, should I do like one of my holiday looks? So I was planning, but I was like, no, I have to wear a mask. So like, it's going to cover up my work. So I had that outfit plan. And then I saw like a while ago, someone had a cute captain's hat with like smiley faces. So I was like, that would be really cute. And then I literally been planning this over a year. I've been collecting the pieces. Wow. And then the shoes, I got this from YRU and they went perfectly. Then I got all the Marina pieces and then I got the mask. It was perfect. I was like, everything is matching. Yes, yes. I love when everything matches. It literally makes me so happy. And then someone freaking drew a picture of me in the outfit, which was freaking crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
I don't know. I posted on my Instagram. It was so freaking cool. I looked like a Bratz doll. That's the kind of style I looked. And I was like, this is adorable. I need to print it and put it on my wall. But usually I feel like it starts with one piece. Like for that one, it was the jacket. And then everything else I just found. And I got all the Marina stuff. So I usually, if I have an idea, I'll put it in like a little like picture collage thing. That's how I visualize it to see how it'll look. But you never really know if you try it all on. And then I saw someone do a cute little smiley face eye look. And I was like, I'm going to do that. It was so hard though. I don't know if you remember, little smiley faces all over my eyelid. I know you don't see them, but I know they're there.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I have my eyelids are honestly terrible for makeup because I have all these creases here. I know it's an eyelid, but it's so annoying. I have all these creases, and so I couldn't put smiley faces here because then it would just like together.
It's all right. It's the attention to detail we appreciate. And it's just like, I think you just do such a good job of like, because one of my issues, and I'm going to work on it for this year, is like, I have a silhouette I like and I stick to it, and I want to branch out from that. Like I want to try mixing and matching. And it's like, I guess it's like just trying to find new places. Like that's the other thing about rave fashion. I feel like everybody, not that there's pressure, but you kind of want to top yourself every time and you want to find like new shit. So where are you looking on Instagram or websites in particular?
I think I just find pieces off of Instagram, really.
Okay.
But yeah, I totally feel like wanting to top myself every time. That's just like an internal thing. I have to be better every time. And I know that could be kind of bad because I stress myself out that this outfit's not good enough. And then my boyfriend's like, you don't need to top yourself every time. It's fine. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Right.
So I see a lot of pieces I like off of Instagram. People like posting things on their stories. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then I'll look at the shop, and I feel like it's just Instagram mainly.
Yeah.
And then
I agree with you.
I'll get like inspiration from maybe someone had like a cute accessory I really liked, and just people I follow too, like other people on the scene, I would say. And then I also like to make a lot of my own stuff because I feel like that really brings it together, makes it more me and personable. Like making the hat or stuff like I made this for a makeup look. It looks like crap in person, to be honest.
Oh my God. That's so dope. Talk about radiant ravers too.
I have not done anything for that because it's just crazy. Oh my God, this is all, but like stuff like this.
She's showing these amazing crowns that she's made. No, you're good. A lot of people watch on YouTube. Okay. I recommend it for moments like that, but she has these amazing like crowns. So you're just going to like Michael's or something like that and just.
Yeah.
Wow.
Michael's are like even the dollar store, like the candy canes I did for this candy cane crown is just, I got them from the dollar store because I'm not trying to spend a lot on
this. Is inspiration already though. See, like I just need to think more outside the box. Like I wouldn't even think to just fucking glue shit together and make it myself.
That's basically honestly, I get these ideas at like freaking 1 a.m. when I can't sleep. It's ridiculous. And then I'll be like, oh, that's really cool. And then I start looking on the internet for things and and then other makeup artists I get a lot of inspiration from because I really think that headpieces really make an outfit come together. So that's been my thing lately. It's just like headpieces I think are really fun.
I agree with you. I think that definitely adds. Every time I like go to think about something, I'm like, I'm just thinking hat or like my kitty ears because I'm obsessed with my kitty ears. But I'm like, no, I need to branch out and I need to have like some other headpieces or something. But do you have a favorite festival outfit or any like top ones that go down as your favorite?
God. Okay. I really love the smiley one. That was a recent one though. So I'm trying to pick something else that I wore to.
Like, let me pull up your Instagram here because some come to mind, but I want to hear what you think.
It's really hard because I really love wearing neon and I love rainbow. Clearly.
Yeah.
But I want to say, I know which one my boyfriend would say. The neon one from East Orlando. Mainly because he helped with that one. Or was
that the neon green one?
Yes, so it was.
Yes, I was going to say that one.
I had my hair up in little buns and I DIY'd some goggles and I totally regret selling that green Beaglets jacket. I don't know why I did it. I was so broke. I was like, I need money. And now I totally regret it. I totally regret it. I love that. And then it was an Easy Tiger outfit with my favorite boots, the neon demonias.
So sick.
They got so destroyed that night though. Because it rained at East Orlando that night.
Yep.
And I don't know, it was like orange sand or something at the venue, and it totally stained them up. I scrubbed the crap out of them. They did not come out. I wanted to cry.
Yeah, I wore my white demonias and they were destroyed. I was like, this was a horrible fucking idea.
I was so sad. Because those are my babies. I love them so much. I just wanted them there. But even throwing them away, it hurt my soul. Even though I had a new pair, it hurt me.
I'm going to try and pop up your pictures too on the YouTube because normally I'm like terrible with editing the video, but I'm going to try and pop up some of your pictures of your outfits so people can see these because it's just your escape outfits, girl, were fucking insane last year.
Yeah, I love, oh my God, the Jack look I did this year. I was going to wear it to Escape. I was so upset. I had this idea walking out of Escape last year and I'm so sad. To see the light of day.
The light of day, yeah.
She didn't go farther than the backyard.
Yeah.
But yeah, my escape ones, I planned the dragon one for a while. The makeup didn't come up as well as I wanted to because I actually was trying to use this stuff called Scar Wax, and I've never used it before. And it is so hard to work with. I hate it, but I really need to get used to working with it. I literally had a meltdown that day trying to do my makeup because it wasn't coming out the way I wanted to.
Oh no.
It was decent, but I wanted that to be better than the ringleader because I always try to do my better outfits, or at least I think it's better the second day. But it seemed like everyone really liked my ringleader a lot.
That one was sick, yeah.
I loved it. Fun fact, my eyes died that day because those contacts were actually pretty old and I should not have worn them.
Oh no, okay.
I was literally my friend and I were going back and forth to the med tent to get like eye drops. The most like the smallest thing, and then people are out here like passing out. And I was like, I just need eye drops, please. And I didn't want to take them out because they're a prescription. And I drove us there. And so I felt really bad. So my friend just drove us back. But yeah, I had to take him out. I could not see.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just remove that shit, but their prescription, that's different.
My vision is terrible. It's so terrible. Like I wouldn't be able to see something in front of me this close. It's really bad.
Wow. Oh my God. No, you've had like incredible outfits like in years past. And then I want to talk about like all the makeup looks you did too, because you said that this was like a big thing for you this year that you like went so extravagant. So can you talk about, let's do Halloween first, because you went ham, you did 32 looks and it was incredible. Like how did you even come up with this idea to do 31 or 32 days of Halloween?
I've always seen other makeup artists do it every year. I always think it's so cool. I think I was talking about it with my boyfriend and he was like, since you're unemployed and you're doing school online, you should do it. And so I was like, that's an idea. But like I said before, I didn't really think I'd do it because that is a lot of work. But it was easier because I did plan a lot of them ahead, but it was so hard to keep them to myself because I was so excited to show them. Because I had like maybe half of them done ahead. And so I was so excited to post them every day. But I was like, what time should I post them? I want to post them now. And it's like 7 a.m. But I got a lot of inspiration from other makeup artists from like previous years. Like my first one I posted was the Rainbow Skull, which was an inspiration from one of James Charles' pieces. I think it was when his palette came out, his Morphe palette. Just other makeup artists. Maybe I get inspiration from like people I've also seen on TikTok. I would just say like other makeup artists too, and a few. I'm trying to think of ones that I actually like came up with myself. I can't think of any right now.
Dude, there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's so many. Or like just Halloween characters. Like I actually, my last look was the Saw one of the puppet, and I actually, because my boyfriend and I were doing watching a Halloween movie every day of October, and we started watching the Saw series. I've never seen it until this year. And I actually didn't think I would like it as much as I did. It's very terrible. But I also found the story super interesting because I thought it was literally about a guy running around people with chainsaws, but that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Wrong movie.
The first one through the third one are like good, and then it kind of like falls off, but those ones are like pretty iconic.
Yeah, I think my favorite was the third one. It's something about it just made me want to keep watching though. And I just thought the character, like the guy, John Kramer himself was really interesting. Obviously freaking evil, but I don't know. It was very interesting. And so I was like, I want to do a Saw look. Honestly, that look was, I cried during that look because one of the swirls I could not get even with this side.
Okay. And
I kept taking it off. And then when I take it off, I took off the white makeup and it started to look patchy. And and my friend's like, just don't do it. I was like, I have to do it. And then my red contacts, I guess the saline solution leaked out of the case. And so they're all dried up and like folded up. And I was like, I'm going to lose it because I need these. And I was like working with them for like maybe 30 minutes and I got him. I put him in my eyes and I was like, yes, I'm ready. And then his mom needed something at the market. And I was like, I'm going like this.
Yeah.
So I went to market.
Holy shit. What? You literally went to the market like that?
Yes. Okay. But I feel like people didn't know because I had to cover up
That's
the side.
hysterical. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I remember when we were parking, I saw someone see me in the car and they were just like,
right.
It was hilarious. I love when people react to me like that. I found such enjoyment out of that.
Oh
but yeah, I did
God.
like the little suit, bow tie. My shoes were like pneumonias because why not? It was
so
fun.
Funny. Well, like it's so cool though to hear the behind the scenes because I feel like people do not realize how much work goes into content creating, let alone you are creating outfits like every single day. And you just see a picture and you have no idea the struggle or the story that went on behind it. So I had no idea you had to deal with any of that. Are you a perfectionist though? It sounds a little bit like.
Yeah. If something, there's some Halloween looks I did that I didn't post because I didn't like them.
Wow. Okay.
They're not, I guess they're not terrible, but they weren't to my liking.
To your standards.
So yes. I had to redo some of them to go with 31 days. And I did not, because I was so close to being finished. I was like, I have to like keep going. And so then towards the end of October, I actually was doing a look every day because there was a few I didn't like that I did like in September. Okay. This is good enough to post. So yeah, I would say so. So even one of my holiday looks, my frostbite one, I was like, I don't know if I want to post this. I didn't like it too much, but they all look amazing. I got a new collection from a makeup brand, and I had to do a few TikToks for them, and I haven't posted it yet because it's not released yet. But I may even redo it because I didn't like it. I was also sick when I was doing it, and I needed to get the video done.
Whoop.
My ring light went out.
Well, I was going to ask you too, just quickly, like, where did you learn or like, how long have you been doing makeup?
So I learned like the basics from my mom. She doesn't do anything like me, but, a lot from YouTube. It's just trial and error, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just look at a picture basically if I want to do a look and I just kind of try to recreate it myself. So I would just say just like self-taught and practicing and then learning tips from people on YouTube and more recently TikTok. So I would say that. And then you just got to do it yourself. You just got to practice.
Yep.
I would say it's just a lot of practice that I feel like me doing all these looks recently has helped me a lot.
I can't even imagine. Yeah. And you're getting so creative. And so moving forward now too, I know you're doing the job search and everything, but what do the next like few months look like for you? Like how often are you creating looks and things like that? No more holidays really coming up. So
yeah, I know. So I'm kind of like collecting ideas that I see off of Instagram. And I did a few story posts on Instagram asking if people have ideas. I know I want to do I want to do like an avatar from the Blue People. Been wanting to do that for a while. So I want to do that. I'm not really sure. I think I'm gonna do some fun Valentine's Day looks. But this weekend I just have some New Year's ones I wanted to do. And then after that, I really don't have a plan. I really need to, but I'm gonna try to do them like every weekend at least. That way I have that's not the only time I could do them is the weekends. Yeah. So I have some folders like on Instagram saved of like creative makeup I like. So I think I'll just go through that and get inspiration from that.
And now you're on TikTok and your TikTok fucking popped off.
Okay. I was one of those that was like, I will never download TikTok. Why would I ever do that? It just wants to be Vine. Because I was a Vine.
Hits 40,000 fucking followers in like a day.
I had no idea. It's still going. I had no idea that was going to happen. I think it's at like 2.7 million views now, which is freaking crazy. I'm still like, how?
That's the power of TikTok though. Like something literally can do that. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. My little brother, he's 10. He's like, wow, Lexi, you're getting so many followers. That's so cool. Yeah. I've also noticed it's really interesting. A lot of the people on my TikTok are children, and it makes me feel really.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not posting anything inappropriate.
Yeah, you're doing makeup, but
I'm just like I feel like I have to watch what I say now or watch what I do.
Yeah, you have a young demo. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of my lives, it's like kids asking me questions like, what's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite fruit? What's your favorite color? And I can see their little circles of their profiles and they're little kids. And it makes me kind of nervous though, because I've definitely seen inappropriate stuff on TikTok. And so I'm like iffy about them being on there. Also because my boyfriend works with like kids in like elementary school. So every age is separated at the daycare. And so he works with the older kids that are like that's like 5 to 12, ages 5 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into work one day and his kids were like, oh my God, Mr. Brandon, your girlfriend is famous on TikTok. And I was like, they saw my videos and they were like, can we meet her? Can they know I'm in
my God.
The room with like the 2-year-olds? And they're like, oh my God, we want to meet her. So he let them, like when we were out on the playground, he had them go over to me while I was outside with the kids, and they're all asking me questions. Like, how did you go from 8,000 followers to 40,000? I was like, I have no idea.
One video, yeah.
And they were asking me like makeup questions, and
so cute.
and then they were like, how old are you? And I told them, they're like, you're older than Mr. Brandon. I was like, it's like by a year. It's they're very nosy, but it was really funny that they saw me on there. And so
cute.
It's really interesting.
Oh my God. Well, I'm so excited to see your content and like what else you come out with. And before I let you go, I want to ask you about your Illenium tattoo. When did you get this?
Okay. So it's like a mix of two. So I have on my spine. So like at the top of my spine, it is a phoenix outline. And then down my spine, it says, we're beautiful creatures. That's my favorite song. I absolutely love that song. And I got that like 2 years ago. And then last year, during his tour, I saw his tour like 4 or 5 times. Going crazy. So I went to the San Diego stop, and the next day was the LA stop. So the San Diego one, it was a way smaller venue than LA. LA was like the Staples Center, so it was freaking huge.
Right.
And so my boyfriend actually met him. He's met him twice now. He met him a month before in Dallas. And he kind of knows like where to look for them to come out. And so he told me, he's like, wait by like the back area where the trailers are and just wait there and see if they'll come out.
Okay.
And it was like maybe an hour and a half after the show. It wasn't that long. At least it didn't feel that long. And so first we saw Peanut.
Oh my God.
Peanut came out, and his it was only like me and my 2 friends I went with, and maybe like 3 other people. It wasn't that many people at all there.
Right.
And so his one of the people that works with him brought out Peanut, so we met Peanut. And then we saw him in the distance, like we saw the backwards hat and the jersey.
Oh my God.
One of my friends was like, Nick, and he was like, I'll be right there. And I was like, he's gonna come over here.
Oh my God.
I was so excited. And so I was super excited. We were all talking about his tour, and then I was asking him like, how it's been. I kind of took over the conversation and I started talking to him.
No, you're good. You're good.
And so I was telling him, I was like, I'm going to see you at the Staples Center. Like, are you really excited? Type of conversation. And then he signed my jerseys. And I was like, wait, I have a weird request. I have a tattoo on my back. Can you sign my back? And so he was like, okay, sure. And so he signed the top, like the very top, like almost at my neck.
Wow.
He signed there. And the next day I got it tatted.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have it tatted on the top of my spine.
That is fucking crazy. What did he say when he saw it?
He was just like, oh, wow, that's so cool. And I also like DIY a top with like phoenixes on the triangles. And he thought it was really cool. And you can see in my picture, I look so happy. Like I'm cheesing so hard. I was so happy. And then
that's
the next
so
day,
awesome.
I got the tattoo, and then I went to see him in the Staples Center. I was so
wow.
Because that was a lot of driving from San Diego back to Fontana, which is like 2 hours. And then
hardcore dedication.
Like maybe a little over an hour. Then I had to park, and yeah, it was crazy.
Wow. Oh my God. No, I love him so much. And like, I remember seeing your picture that you posted. That is fucking dedication. He's amazing. I cannot wait to see him again. I'm just going to be a fucking puddle. I'm going to melt.
I miss him so much. I got my shirt. And
oh my God.
I usually wear my joggers too. I have Illenium joggers. They're so comfortable, but they're so dirty because I literally wear them every day. So they're in the wash.
Oh my God. Well, that was like the perfect story to end on. And before I let you go, can you plug all your social media handles? Like, where can everybody find you?
Like in the chat or what?
Oh, no. You just tag yourself at Glitter Goddess, right?
Yeah. So Everything is the same. Twitter is at Glitter Goddess, but it's with 2 L's because whoever has the 1 L, whatever, she has that name. I know everyone I know how to spell glitter. It's just because
somebody took it. Yeah.
Someone took it. So it's all Glitter Goddess with 2 L's for TikTok, for Instagram, and for Twitter. That's it, I think. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even notice that ever. That's so funny.
It's very subtle, but yeah. It's 2 L's.
Perfect. I'll make sure I tag that correctly. Alexis, hang tight. Everybody else, I will be back in just a second with EDM news.
Alrighty, you guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that episode with Alexis. It was so nice getting to talk to her again. Like, she is one of these people that I have DM'd with so many times, and I've just watched from afar and admired her skills and her makeup and all that fun stuff. And seriously, I take so much inspiration from her, and especially like moving into festival season, I save her outfits all the time because I think her coordination is insane and she has such a good way of putting outfits together. So I definitely look to her for inspiration. So if you're not already following her, you totally should be. But she was lovely. I love her dedication to her favorite artist. I think it's so cool when you love somebody so much that you're like willing to tattoo yourself, and the amount of times she's seen Illenium, like Jesus, it's amazing. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. There is a bonus interview I did with her that will be going up on the YouTube channel tomorrow. It goes up the day after the episode comes out. So if you want to get to know her a little bit better and see a fun game we played, definitely subscribe to the Rave Culture Cast YouTube channel for all that fun stuff. Alrighty, I'm gonna get into EDM news. I just have 3 quick stories right now, one of which was really exciting. And then another not so good. I'll start out with the bad news, I guess you could say, in quotations first, but this was a story that Jaws shared that I thought was like so heartbreaking and also gross that somebody did this. But for those of you who don't know, Jaws and his wife are very big animal lovers, and he shared right around New Year's that essentially they had fostered a dog from a shelter in West LA that was going to be euthanized. And basically a fan of his reached out to them saying they wanted to adopt the dog. They came, they picked up the dog, and then basically he said he had a bad feeling about it, I think. He said he began feeling like something was off. What happened was basically they found out that these people abandoned the dog pretty much. So it says for over a week, the dog's name is Chili, for over a week as they received Chili as a stray, December 21st, less than 12 hours after he was adopted from these fans or whatever. He said, I told this girl and her boyfriend if for any reason at all it wasn't working out with Chili to please bring him back to us and we would continue to foster him. Instead, they dumped him as a stray and then they blocked Joanne and Jaws on Instagram. He said, I have no idea what kind of fucked up people have the motivation to do this. They came to save this dog and then had zero intention of keeping the dog, which is so fucking gross. So now Chili is safe and healthy and back in the shelter again. But I just felt like that was absolutely horrible. Like, I don't know if those people were taking advantage and like were actually like a fan of Jaws or what happened there, but thought that was absolutely terrible. I'm glad the dog is okay, but I feel the same as them about animals. I think there's a special place in hell for people who abuse or hurt animals, and I don't know why somebody would go through all of that, but wanted to share that story because I thought that was crazy. So my heart goes out to Jaws and his wife Joanne and the poor little dog, but I'm glad that he's safe. And then in positive news, we had, I know I've talked a lot on the podcast about a bunch of different festivals who are doing these like getaways that are at like all-inclusive resorts in the Caribbean or in Mexico. So Electric Zoo posted that they were having their Cancun edition, which is in April. It's still on. I don't know what was going on with that. People thought that it was off, but it's still on. And I believe there are still tickets available. And that is going to have performances from Cascade, Alesso, and Cash. And this is their like Izu Adventures edition, which is really cool. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested in that. And then lastly, I thought this was amazing. You guys, there is a new music festival coming in 2021. I know, we don't even have music festivals right now. How are new ones being formed? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. They're still planning for things to happen. I'm feeling better and better about festivals. Maybe it's just like me being like a hopeless, not romantic, that's not the right word. Maybe it's just me being like super optimistic, but I do feel good about things. I think it's good the way everything's happening with vaccinations. And so I, again, talked about this in a previous episode. I think maybe by end of summer, hopefully definitely by fall, we'll have events. This one is happening Labor Day weekend 2021 in Chicago, and it is a house music festival, which is fucking awesome. It's called ARC, A-R-C Music Festival, and its tagline is bringing the global scene to the birthplace of house music in Union Park, Chicago, Labor Day weekend, which is amazing. Actually, it says it's bringing house and techno. That is gonna be so good. That is the same weekend as Electric Zoo, so that physically hurt me because I was like, I would be so down to go to that. I think that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, if any of you guys are local to the area and you are big house or techno fans, that's gonna be so dope. They have an Instagram page. You can sign up for, I believe it's like a wait list or notifications or pre-sale. You can sign up for pre-sale, and they have a Facebook group. So definitely check that out. If you're a house or techno fan, I think that's really, really cool. And I don't think I've covered like a lot of new festivals on my channel a lot. Okay, that's all I have for EDM news this week. Next up, I want to get into the songs of the week. Alrighty, you guys, so I just have one new song, and then the other two are recommendations that I've just been like really into right now. The new one is Rez's remix of Grimes and Io's song Violence. It's so good. When she teased this, I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be amazing. I feel like I haven't been listening to Rez as much recently, but I love her. And this remix is fucking dirty. Like, Rez brought her unique sound to this track. The drop in it is amazing. It sounds like her, and I love that song on its own. So I really like what she brought to that. So definitely listen to Rez's Violence remix. Speaking of Io, I put Io on for a while this weekend. I was prepping all of my scripts and everything that I'm going to be doing for my course, which is really exciting. And I believe it's open for enrollment by the time this episode comes out. I'm doing a course on social media engagement. I'm super excited about it. If you guys are interested in it at all, please DM me. But it's a 3-week course I'm kicking off at the end of January that I am like literally coaching you through everything you need to know about building a highly engaged social media audience. And I've been pouring hours and hours into it. So anyway, when I was writing everything, I just wanted something on that like made me feel good and was like relaxing to listen to. So it wasn't like aggressive house or like dubstep or anything, but I listened to a bunch of Lane 8's live streams from this year that were really good. And then I put Io's like EPs on, and I just like went through them, and especially ones towards the end of his life. Like the lyrics are like very heavy, but his EP with Lights is so good, and her voice is just like beautiful. So the EP is called AM444. The song that I've been obsessed with is Drift Away. It's just a beautiful, beautiful track, and I love how that one makes me feel. So I've been listening to Drift Away by Io and Lights a lot, and I'm really, really into that. It's a good, that whole EP is great just to like listen to and like be zen. And then lastly, I wanted to shout out an artist that's relatively new to me. His name is Mime, M-I-M-E. I had heard of him because he played at Electric Zoo one year, but the song I want to recommend is called Out of My Head. It's so good. It's a really groovy, kind of like bass house track, and it's a play on Kylie Minogue's song Can't Get You Out of My Head, so it's a little bit of a remix of that. But just in general, he's a really fun house artist based out of Brooklyn, New York. So then I went down this rabbit hole, and he put out an album this year called 2020, or last year, excuse me, and it's really good. I'm very late to the party, but I loved a lot of the tracks on that album, so I'm gonna be listening to Mime a lot more in the coming weeks, months. Super excited about that. So yeah, definitely check him out and check out his song Out of My Head. I think you guys will like him a lot. He seems to be somebody that I should have had on my artists to watch list. So retroactively, I'm going back and I'm adding Mime to that list. I feel like he'll have a big year. But with that being said, you guys, that is everything. I really, really hope you enjoyed this episode. I was super excited to work on this and to meet Alexis. Again, go check out her makeup looks from like Halloween and from Rave Miss. They have been absolutely insane. If you guys need any Raving Festival fashion inspiration, check out her page at Glitter Goddess. Again, that's spelled with 2 L's. And then of course, if you guys are enjoying this episode and you want this podcast to continue, what you should do is tell somebody about it, share a link with someone, make this your Instagram stories. That is a huge help, and tag at raveculturecast. And again, you're more than welcome to join our Facebook group community. We would love to have you. And if you want to watch the episodes and the interviews, you can subscribe to Rave Culture Cast on YouTube. There's weekly highlights and bonus clips on there as well, you guys. So there will be no shortage of content there on Twitter, on Instagram at Rave Culture Cast. But with all that being said, you guys, I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Stay happy, stay healthy, and remember to enjoy the journey. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.